You can transform yourself from a follower to a leader. Joining me now is Stedman Graham to share his steps to success. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I am wonderful. So I hear some exciting news. Tell us about some of your books and how you aim to change people into leaders.
Well, I teach identity development. So in order to transform yourself from a follower to a leader, you have to know who you are. It's very hard to do. Most people can't find themselves, and they're basically lost. They memorize, they take tests, they repeat the information back, they get labeled with a grade in school, they forget the information, so they really don't learn anything.
Sure.
And then we live in a world where we're doing the same thing over and over every single day, stuck in a routine, and we're pretty robotic. So there's no thinking. There's no understanding of how to take information and make it relevant to who you are, to your skills, to your talents, to your abilities. And until you reverse that learning process, you can't empower yourself. So we talk about being independent and being able to self-develop, but it's not set up for self-development.
So what kind of message do people get from your books?
Well, the message of that you have to take charge of yourself, that you have to basically move out of an average world and begin to focus on you. So it's really about self-development, self-empowerment, self-leadership, self-efficacy. So it's self, so that the more you have, the more you can give.
It seems like an insurmountable thing to try to accomplish. How do you even begin this?
Well, that's what I teach. I teach it through my 9-step success process. The first step is you have to have an identity, you have to know who you are, you have to have a vision, you have to have a plan, you have to be able to execute, and you have to be able to understand how to take information and, again, apply it to what you do well. What's your passion? What's your core base? What do you love?
Sure. I think this is really interesting. Do you see a lot of success stories?
Oh, absolutely. Once you change a learning system around, opposite of what school teaches you, because a lot of times you get a degree, you come out of school, you can't find a job because you're looking for somebody else to tell you what to do. You have no voice for yourself. You don't own yourself. You're essentially a slave to the world.
Sure.
And so you've got to reverse that process so you can empower yourself and focus on what you love to do so you can practice it every day so you can become an expert in your field. And people pay you for becoming good at what you do.
Absolutely. And so any message you want to send with our viewers today?
Well, the message is work on yourself, find out what you love, work on your core base, find your passion, find your talents, find your skills. That's the core of who you are. And then practice that and build that. And you'll pretty much be happy for the rest of your life.
Oh boy, isn't that a wonderful thing?
It's wonderful.
We do want to share some information with you if you want to check out the book. There's a book signing on Saturday, September 26th. That's this Saturday with Stedman Graham. It's from noon to 2 p.m. at Books A Million inside the Mill Creek Mall. Thanks so much for coming in this morning.
Glad to be here.
Absolutely. We'll be right back.
From your news leader, you're watching Traci Teudhope, meteorologist Tom DeVecchio, and Craig Smiley with sports. This is Jet 24 Good Morning.